Yes, sir. What's up, boys? We're back with another video. Today we're talking about Philadelphia Sixers trade rumors and news. So, yesterday was the draft. As some of you guys know, we did the live stream. Shout out to everyone who came through to the live stream. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. We do new NBA videos every week. So, we're going to be talking about a few trades that the Sixers made last night. The Sixers did draft Tyrese Maxey in the draft. He's a combo guard. His NBA comparison online I saw was Bryn Forbes. That's not very good, but who knows? This guy could develop into something special. He said he's been working out with LeBron and Ben Simmons over the summer in LA, so that's always good to hear. So this guy, he's already built some chemistry with Ben Simmons. So as long as he can develop and get a consistent jumper, I think he could get some good minutes with Philadelphia. Anyway, so let's look at the two trades that happened last night. So we're going to cover the two trades and how they impact Philadelphia. So the Sixers traded Al Horford and they traded Josh Richardson. So first we'll get into the Al Horford deal. So Al Horford, he was on the Sixers last year. He didn't have the best season. Sixers initially brought him in because they were hoping he would be able to play some power forward minutes alongside Joel Embiid. They thought he'd be able to play backup center when Joel Embiid came off the floor and stuff, because the 76ers never had a real backup center for Joel Embiid. Like at the most they had guys like Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor, and that was a long time ago. So they brought in Al Horford as like a backup center for Joel Embiid, give Joel Embiid some rest. They know Joel Embiid's not the most, how can you say, healthy guy. Like he often gets injured every season, so it was a good insurance plan, but it just didn't work out. Like if we look at Al Horford's numbers for last season, it wasn't his best season. I'm sure in comparison to his Celtics numbers, it wasn't that good. Cause like look at this, his field goal percentage was 45%. Last year with Boston, he shot 53%. That's a big difference. His 3-point percentage was down only by 10%, so it's not that bad. Or only by 1%. Yeah, only by 1%, so it's not that bad. His minutes stayed about the same. His shots stayed about the same. He shot more threes. His 2-point percentage went down, and his scoring average went down. So everything about him was worse when he played for Philly. But overall, he just didn't have the impact that the 76ers were hoping he was going to have, especially after they signed him to a pretty much max contract. So the Sixers have traded Al Horford to OKC in exchange for a first round pick, a second round pick, and sending Danny Green to the Sixers. So the Sixers get a Danny Green, and they had to give up Al Horford, the 2025 pick that's protected from 1 to 6, and a 34th pick in yesterday's draft. So with that being said, the Sixers also sent the rights to Serbian point guard Vasily Micic to the Thunder. So the Thunder got a pretty good haul. They got 2 picks. They got Al Horford, who they could flip in the future for more picks and more assets if someone's interested in him. I don't see many teams being interested in Al Horford. He could regain some of his trade value in the Thunder, as a lot of players tend to do. After seeing what Chris Paul did last season, I just assume that every player that goes to the Thunder is going to regain their trade value and then be flipped for like 19 first-round picks, because that's just what the Thunder do. So this is a good trade for both sides. The Thunder get more draft assets, and they get Al Horford, who could play for them right away. They also get Danny Green. I mean, this is a good trade for the Sixers because the Sixers get Danny Green. They need more shooting. Danny Green is a 3-and-D wing. In his best seasons, he can average 45% from 3. In his worst seasons, he'll average about 35 or 33% from 3. So he's a guy that you really can count on. So Danny Green with the Sixers is a good fit because you can put him alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid just to help space the floor. And you also have more you have more floor spacers on Philadelphia now, because in the second trade we're about to get into, Jason Richardson was traded to the Mavericks in addition to Tyler Bay in exchange for Seth Curry. So Seth Curry, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league last year. He's a Curry bro. You know those Curry boys could shoot. Seth Curry, let's look at Seth Curry's stats from last year. Seth Curry, one of the best shooters in the league. averaged 45% from three. That's probably the third best 3 point rating in the league because I know JJ Redick was the second best. He averaged about 45.3. And George Hill was the best, and he averaged 46%. So this is the third best shooter in the whole league that the Sixers just got. The third best 3 point shooter percentage wise, that's who the Sixers just got, and they got Danny Green. So they definitely, Daryl Morey is making a lot of good moves. He's only been with the Sixers for about a month now, but he's already made two strong moves to shake this roster up. And he said that he wants to let Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons run it back one more time and try to make it click before he makes any drastic trades with them. Because I know a lot of people have been seeing the James Harden for Ben Simmons trade rumors. Like, James Harden for Ben Simmons is not very likely. Anything can happen. But I think that the Rockets want to. I think the Sixers want to run it back with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons and just try to make it work one more time before they trade one of these guys. So Seth Curry, Danny Green, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and then you can put in Korkmaz, you can put in Shake Milton, you can put in Tyrese Maxey, who they just drafted, and you have a pretty good lineup for Philly. Like, honestly, Philly, they made some strong moves. Me personally, I think the trade is good because, as I said, you got two of the best shooters in the league. The floor is going to be more space, so guys don't double team Joel Embiid as much. Guys don't sag off. Well, guys are obviously going to sag off Ben Simmons, but because the other guys will be so tight on Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, and Danny Green, then you have a pretty good lineup. Like, I think the lineup would probably be Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid, with Ben Simmons handling most of the playmaking. Seth Curry would handle some of the secondary playmaking. He's not much of a playmaker. Like, he probably averaged 3 assists, not even that, 2 assists. So you're not gonna get much playmaking from him. But regardless, it's still a good trade for the Sixers. Sixers fans, let me know how you guys feel about the two trades that you made. Like, Daryl Morey's making some moves for you guys. It's good to see. I think that the Sixers are going to be an improved team next year and actually make a better playoff push. I could see the Sixers go into the conference finals if all things go well and everyone's healthy. So, Sixers fans, let me know how you guys feel about the trade in the comments. Just make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the live stream if you want to, and yeah, have a good day, boys.